Hey everyone, my name is David Palafox and I'll be talking about multiple sclerosis. And so before I get into what MS is, I just want to quickly go over what myelin is. Myelin is produced by a group of cells called oligodendrocytes. And so myelin is wrapped around the axon of neurons, giving it a protective sheath. But not only does it give it protection, but it also allows for electrical impulses to travel quicker throughout the axon, resulting in a quicker communication between neurons. And so, in the case of multiple sclerosis, an individual's own immune system attacks the myelin, causing demyelinization throughout the central nervous system. Now, usually the central nervous system is protected by the blood-brain barrier. But in MS, T cells end up getting through this barrier and are activated by myelin, which then releases cytokines, dilates the barrier, allowing more immune cells to enter, such as B cells, which end up making antibodies and resulting in macrophages damaging or completely destroying the myelin and the oligodendrocytes. And so there is four main types of multiple sclerosis, which are based on the pattern of symptoms over time, the most common being relapsing remitting. Next to that, secondary progressive, primary progressive, and progressive relapsing. So the attacks by the immune system usually don't continuously happen, but rather there being episodes of these attacks. And this is because regulatory T cells interfere with the other immune cells, allowing for the myelin to repair, at least in the early stages of MS. So over time, this damage becomes irreversible. So these attacks by the immune system cause an array of different symptoms, as shown in the picture displayed, all depending on where these attacks are located. But there is three common symptoms which together are known as CHARCOTS neurologic triad, which consists of dysarthria, which is having difficult or unclear speech, nystagmus being an involuntary rapid eye movement, and a tremor. Alongside those, there is another set of very serious symptoms which come from damage to the sensory pathways, causing numbness and parasynesthesias. And so the space and time between these symptoms is a key factor in diagnosing a patient. To support the diagnosis, an MRI is done, which will show quite a few lesions known as white matter plaques, which would be where an abundance of myelin would be located. Another supporting factor would be to collect spinal fluid, which would show high levels of antibodies. And lastly, a visual evoked potential test, which measures response to visual stimuli. Sadly, there is no known cure for MS, but luckily for the relapse remitting type, there is medication that can help lessen how bad the relapse can be and for them to happen a lot less often. These medications are corticosteroids and intravenous immunoglobulins. Aside from the medication, there is plasmapheresis, which helps with removing these antibodies that attack myelin. And for a chronic course of treatment, there is immunosuppressants, which can help with decreasing levels of cytokines in the brain and increase the function of regulatory T cells. And here are a few of my references. Thank you.